Here's an overview of key features to make navigating and gleaning insights easier with Microsoft Viva Glint. On the top of the screen, you'll see tabs for Dashboard, Focus Areas, My Surveys, and Reports. The dashboard provides you with a great overview of your most recent survey. Focus Areas displays actions you've created based on your opportunity areas and allows you to keep track of areas you're working on. My Surveys will show any active surveys that are currently in progress. Reports allow you to further analyze results for your team. This view can be customized by organization, so keep in mind that your list of reports may look a little different than what you see here. If you have multiple programs, for example, engagement surveys, onboarding or exit surveys, you can toggle to a different program. At the top of all screens, you can select your profile to see and change general user settings. Help links to helpful resources, including community discussions, documentation, training, privacy information, and support. The inbox provides notifications, and search is where you can search for someone specific within your team and view their available focus areas. The Microsoft Viva Glint Executive Summary Report contains key insights from your survey results that are useful for understanding your team's feedback. Located on the Reports tab, the Executive Summary Report is organized for presenting results to your team, leaders, or entire company. Beginning at the top of the report, the Survey Overview section provides a snapshot of your survey result. The engagement score for your team is displayed in the large box. Note that while the survey was on a 5-point scale, you'll see that scores within the platform are converted and distributed on a 100-point scale, with 0 as the lowest and 100 as the highest. Hovering over the question mark reveals the survey items that make up this score, along with the survey date. Below the engagement score, you'll see 2 score comparisons. The figure on the left is either the external benchmark or your company average. The figure on the right shows how your engagement score compares to the previous survey. You can change your comparison by using the Settings button. You'll have comparison options such as the overall company and average question score. The Engagement Historical Trend Chart shows your team's engagement score over time from previous survey cycles. Hover over a point to see detailed information like engagement score, response rate, and survey date. Response rate indicates the number of employees that responded to the survey. Next, you can view all comments. The Engagement Favorability displays the distribution of scores on your engagement items. Hovering over this section will allow you to see how many answered the question favorable, a score of 4 or 5, neutral, a rating of 3, or unfavorable, a score of 1 or 2. The Question Stats box shows the number of questions in this survey. If there has been more than one cycle of the survey, it will show the number of scores that have increased or decreased since the last time the question was asked. You'll also see the number of scores that fall above or below the comparison. Your team's top 3 strengths and opportunities are based on comparison to the benchmark and impact on engagement. A Take Action button is displayed next to each opportunity area. Use this to choose the item as a focus area and create a plan to take action. The following Scores section presents you with an overview of all your rated survey questions. Use the column headers to sort the items. In the last section, engagement scores are also presented by hierarchy levels, based on what permissions your administrator has set up. You may see hierarchies such as teams, manager, and location. Use the drop-down to view other groups available to you. You can filter results to drill down to a specific population within your team, using attributes, a specific survey item, or even a different survey.